had a cane and a party hat. I was the king of this hologram where there's no such thing as getting out of hand. Memories tend to just pop up. Pre-meds and some rubber gloves. 5,000 people with designer. Don't think I'll ever get enough.
Welcome to a jam. Arena here in Oklahoma City. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. There is no shortage of athleticism in this one tonight, Clark. Both these teams just incredibly athletic on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, partner. I mean, they cover so much ground, and they cover it quickly because of the length and speed they have as teams. I mean, excellent length on both sides of the ball in this one, and they play to their strengths, and that's length and athleticism.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Teague in at the 1. Outside for George. Anthony, the pass to Westbrook. Back to Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Anthony's got his team on the board to start the game for Oklahoma City. Teague kicks to Butler. Here's Towns. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Arenas is checked in for Roberson.
Alex Arenas.
So here's Westbrook. About 1 minute into the first quarter.
You know, watching Towns play, you always hope to catch him on a night where he's in attack mode, being aggressive. He's, I think, most dangerous when he's aggressive on offense and attacking the basket. At times, he can settle for the perimeter shot a little much, but he's got so much to offer in his offensive game that I just like watching him play, period.
Now Westbrook. Jeff Teague missing from long range. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Just 2 to shoot. Adams' shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. It's going to be Towns shooting. They get Russell Westbrook. And Clark, one thing you have to love about Towns is just how self-aware and humble he is. He's always looking to hone his game, and even when he puts up a big night, he can look at the tape and find something that he's got to improve on.
Yeah, that's admirable. His humility and his selflessness, being aware of what's going on, where he needs to get better, and that's part of why I think he's a leader on this team. He'll own his mistakes, and he also is owning his personal development and improvement. So the future's bright for this guy.
Here's Teague, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Teague kicks to Towns. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Towns has got 5 now.
And, you know, you see Towns able to overpower the defender there. He's really tough once he gets it that close to the rim.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Towns sets the pick for Teague. Pass to Towns. Kept alive, Minnesota. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. The Thunder have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Westbrook drives in, and he gets the bucket. He has 6.
And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Thunder out in front, leading by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the 2nd quarter of play. Oklahoma City leading by 3. On the wings, Abrinas and George. Anthony is out there with Adams. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the 2nd.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And still varying opinions out there of what Andrew Wiggins can and can't do. But one thing that's indisputable, he's an incredible scorer. Whether it half-court transition, he can flat out fill it up in a hurry.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. And Wiggins, his young career, just getting better and better at scoring, Greg, while increasing his workload.
Yeah, and very few scorers can do that, especially from that 2-guard spot. Wiggins has that special talent where he can flat out carry an offense. Scary to think that this is a kid who is just scratching the surface.
You got to be more careful around Butler. I mean, he's terrific at bouncing over the opposition and taking the ball away.
Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Westbrook with the block. Anthony dishes to Westbrook. And stolen by Butler. Here's Towns. There it is, his 3rd basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Still in the process of shining his game up. Towns looking like a seasoned vet there.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. And he is not resting on his laurels. He said, "I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times." Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Jamal Crawford.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Back to George. Anthony with the screen on Wiggins. George. Off the screen. And Anthony lays it in. Anthony's got the lead up to 6 now for Oklahoma City. Here's Towns. Here's Jang. Lays it up and banks it in.
And, you know, we all know about Jang's high motor. Defensively, you can't just let him float around the glass. You've got to get a body on him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Butler kicks to Zhang. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. A shot by George, wide open. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Still coming out.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Down low, it's Jang and Towns. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. Clark, when you look around the NBA, is there one point guard you wish you could have played with in your day?
There's a bunch of them out there, Kevin. I mean, Chris Paul is so good at orchestrating the offense and getting his guys good quality shots on a regular basis. Steph Curry is underrated, I think, as a passer. His shooting spaces the floor so well. Damian Lillard is outstanding. I think John Wall would be a lot of fun to play with because of his speed and his ability to create opportunities just by getting into the lane. So those are 4 guys that I would have loved to hang out with.
And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Teague kicks to Butler. And it goes down 2 points. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard will be able to find an open man right there, but Teague is always looking for the right play.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. But he recovers it. He dishes it to Jang. Crawford, no one around him. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Minnesota calls timeout. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything. Oklahoma City leading by 8. And Westbrook, here we go. Dishes to Adams. No good on the shot. Towns with the defensive effort. Wiggins passes to Jang. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul.
Strong move in the painted area. I mean, Jang draws a lot more fouls when being aggressive. And, you know, Gorgui Jang is a big man who can play both the 4 and the 5. He doesn't stand out on offense, understated there, but very valuable and solid and consistent. He's a rim protector and a space eater, but also a pretty effective rebounder, too.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. That free throw, good from Jang.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, when you play against this Minnesota team, you know they like to play at a slower pace. I mean, they had one of the slowest paces of play in the league last season. Not a team that really wants to put the pedal to the metal.
And for the Wolves and their slower style of play, Clark, it makes sense when you look at their roster. They have guys who command a lot of attention in half-court sets.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, Towns is the big one there. His versatility. He can step out as a big guy and make perimeter shots out to the three-point line. He can post it. Pretty good passer. Wiggins, terrific in isolations. Outstanding offensive player. This team can score the ball in transition. It's just not something they look for. I think they've got to balance it, though. Half-court action and a little more transition opportunity, and to grow defensively will allow this team to sniff the playoffs.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor. And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Jeff Teague. Here's Crawford. 30 seconds left in the third. $19 seconds left in the third. That shot off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Abrines kicks to Westbrook. Got a piece of it. And we've reached the end of the third. Thunder lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Timberwolves trailed by 5. On the wings, Abrinas and George. Steven Adams is out there with Anthony. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Towns wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. That's 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And you know, in a league where the stretch big is crucial to helping space the floor, Towns has proven invaluable.
A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 5.
And that 3 was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be theirs.
Back to Butler. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Towns. He can't get that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They've led by as much as 10. And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Pass to Carmelo. Towns with the steal.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
We've got 1:23 left here in the 4th quarter. Gibson the screen. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Towns.
Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most.
A shot by Anthony, no good. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Stolen by George. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Anthony, no one around. Sinks it.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They trailed by 5. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And the Thunder making a change here. Robertson's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. And see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Butler against Westbrook. To the wing on the left. In the corner, George with it. Lock at 6. Anthony kicks to George. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
Timeout.
And now an 8-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, when you start counting the ways that George can score, it's really impressive. There's so many different things he does to get the ball in the basket. And when you're defending him, it's really a matter of picking your poison.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
Team. No good on the quick 3. So here's Westbrook. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg.